my asshole dog turned on the stove.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, you didn't hear this story?
Wow, that's incredible.
This is
And it
incredible,
actually
this story.
The dog, I was in my studio and I smelt gas, and then I heard the tick, 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 tick of like when it's trying to catch, and I thought somebody was making coffee, so I go out there and be like, hey, what the fuck? And one was on and the gas come out doing the ticking, the other one had a flame, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna fucking combine. So now I had to go out and buy baby-proof knobs for the stove so the dog
Because
can't
his dog could have blown up his house while he was in a studio.
That would be an ending only for I mean, I'm sorry to laugh at that, but honest to God, that's so
pretty
trash.
damn incredible. Trying to tell that to your insurance company.
How tall is your dog that it's like at that level to turn the knob?
It's a freaking Rottweiler.
Well, he's a Rottweiler, so when he stands on his hind legs, he's
he was up and like, oh wow.
He went up to, I think, to get crumbs off of the stove with his mouth, and that's how he turned everything on.
And turned the gas on.
Yeah.
Okay, A, clean your stove.
Yeah. Oh, no.
B,
That's how he relies on the cleaning.
Yeah, right.
Wait for
Well,
the dog to lick it clean.
that is a point. Yeah, dogs are very good at that. Have we begun the podcast? Maybe we should intro ourselves. We should keep that story in there. Hey, what's up, everybody? Bonus Bone Podcast here.
Woot, woot, woot.
Woot, woot, woot. We are very excited.
What's
Shasta,
happening?
Baby Huey, Lamont Tonelli. I just pointed at the wrong people. Lamont Tonelli. We are in a silly mood because it is spooky season, and we have really great lighting. Thank you to Paul Tonelli, who worked on the lighting for
director,
us. You
yes.
are. We're going to give you a credit at the end.
Well, hold it. Let's explain what Smelly tried to do for his lighting to get red in the background.
Well, I was very jealous of the red background, so I said, let me put some lingerie over my light, and I thought it would tint the room red, give it a reddish glow, and it didn't do anything. I'm just standing here with a handful of underwear.
Which is so on
And it's
brand
his
for
underwear,
Smelly.
by the way.
You're looking good there, sir, with your underwear. I was festive today, you guys. I knew we were going to be doing something spooky, so I wore my little spooky shirt.
That's a cute shirt.
Yeah, isn't that fun? And
Yes.
then I also have my Jack Skellington Stanley. Thank you to my nephew Cash who gave that to me. So I am festive AF today. So I thought we could just talk about all things spooky. We've told ghost stories on the podcast before. A couple years ago, I actually went back. Smelly, I don't know if you remember what story you told, but it was about the masturbation in the bed with the ghost.
Of course.
I just the funny
He was
thing is
ghosted by his own hand.
I have another masturbation ghost story. So I was
What?
like, I want to make sure this is not the same one. I don't
This
think
Which
was
so.
one
in,
was it?
This was in the girlfriend, her, oh God, it's such a dark thing. I don't even feel comfortable saying it out loud. Your girlfriend, her brother had passed away, and the parents put you in his room so you guys wouldn't sleep in the same room, and then you tried to masturbate in the kid's bed.
No, this one's different. This one, the ghost.
No,
It was a different ghost.
By the way, it's funny because Smelly, for some reason, your internet is wonky, and so you're freezing every once in a while. So I can't tell if it's for dramatic effect or if it's because of the internet.
Delay.
I'm not sure.
His dog ate through his internet cord.
No, I was just trying to think. I go, shit, all of my ghost stories have to do with masturbating. How
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't know what that says about you. I feel like that's a good place to start, though. Why don't we start there? Tell us your other ghost masturbation story.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're right. His phone is freezing.
I'm freezing too. But I feel like it's okay to talk about this now because the statute of limitations when talking about jack-off stories should
Yes.
go back a certain length of time. But
Okay.
I was at the time, and I brought this up to you once, Lamar. That's the name of my dog.
Lamar.
I kept encountering a ghost who I called Spankenstein.
Yes.
And Spankenstein would feed off of sexual energy. And if you Google that, Google that shit because it says paranormal entities feed off that energy. They really do.
Off of
So what would-
masturbation energy?
So he calls him
Just sexual
Spankenstein.
energy.
Sexual
I don't
energy.
think that's something you want to tap into, do you?
No,
Damn right you do.
They feed off that energy.
I'm
So-
definitely not Googling it, but okay, I'll trust you on this one.
You're gonna have to trust.
Googling as we speak.
So when I was in college, at one period, I lived by myself in this old ass apartment in San Diego, just me and my cat Tristan, and Tristan, Chastity, you would know. Tristan was Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt's character.
Oh yes. Oh my God. Oh yes.
So, anyways,
Legendary.
my cat was Tristan, and I kept lube in my bathroom medicine cabinet,
Yes.
Yeah.
and every so often, the lube would make its way to my milk crate nightstand.
Don't
And
tell me your cat ate the friggin' lube and had diarrhea all over your
Oh,
apartment.
no. I'm just saying I would always keep it in my medicine cabinet, and it kept
Yeah.
ending up on my nightstand. And I realized Spankenstein's kind of like, hey, you should be using this.
So the
And at
ghost
first-
was taking care of you to make sure you lubed up.
Well, at first I thought that I was doing it. Like I just wasn't remembering because I smoked a lot of weed. But then I realized I would never leave it out because I have this fear of dying in my sleep or dying on the couch and somebody walks in and sees a bottle of lube sitting right next to you.
With
So
you holding on to your unit.
So I always make sure to put it away. So anyways, when I would partake in said activity, you could feel a weird energy enter the room.
Oh.
And this is the key, that this is what made me realize it was Spankenstein, is cats pick up on that too. And
Yeah.
Tristan would go absolutely ape shit when the entity would be watching me.
Oh.
And eventually I just moved because I'm not some weirdo who likes to hang out with ghosts. But,
Just to masturbate with it.
Maybe your cat was freaking out because your cat was watching you masturbate.
No. Okay. I knew you would probably say that. The
Yes.
cat had no problem with any sort of activity. It
Okay.
just was a big yawn.
Yes.
But this cat, and Shasta knows, cats can have a connection to the paranormal.
Absolutely, yes.
And he felt Spankenstein's presence. And
Yeah.
So, question with Spankenstein, would it be a turn off if you felt that entity, or a turn on? Like if the cat weren't freaking out, would you have kept going?
no, it's horrible. Maybe I didn't explain that. I don't like it.
You're not a
I just-
monster, as it turns out.
It was just something that was just happening, and I pieced it together, and then I didn't
Yeah.
stop masturbating, but it's like I eventually found a new place to live. Your options are pretty limited when you're broken in college.
That's
So-
pretty extreme. To find a new place to live just to continue to masturbate.
That's exactly it. You were over there Googling. Did you find any information?
Spectrophilia is what it's called.
Oh.
But that's sexual encounters between ghosts and humans.
Oh.
As
Okay.
spectrophilia.
Man, that would be weird.
They
That would
said
be
some celebrities have claimed to have had sex with ghosts, including Anna Nicole Smith. Not the ghost of Anna Nicole Smith, but these celebrities claim to have sex
Yeah.
with ghosts.
I do
That was
remember
just her old husband.
I do.
Anna Nicole Smith, Bobby Brown, and Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu seems credible. The other two are like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They might have just been high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember Anna Nicole talking about that on her weird reality show.
The E Show?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
E! Show. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that show. You
Yeah.
watch that
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Oh my God, what a freaking
She was
train
married
wreck.
to a skeleton. What difference did
I
it
know.
make?
Yeah, that's true. Blah. That's brutal. Okay, well, outside of masturbation, anybody else have any ghostly stories? I recently found out my New Orleans place is haunted.
Really?
It
I
is, for
did-
sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, which does make sense. I mean, if it didn't have something going on, then it wouldn't. That would be a little strange. Yeah. So we had the last time we've owned it almost 2 years, and we had never really had anything happen at all. In fact, I never really felt any energy in there in the least bit, except just really cozy, warm energy. And I found out that our place was renovated several years ago as an anniversary present. A husband renovated it fully as a surprise for his wife. Really sweet. So I was like, oh, that's the warm, fuzzy energy I'm getting. But apparently,
He killed her.
no.
Poltergeist.
Yeah. The lamp fell on her head, the chandelier.
Those are way better stories than this one
Yeah.
because this was just little stuff, but it was funny how it came about. So last time Jay and I were there, we were there by ourselves on a solo trip. And one night, all night long, our TV kept turning on and off and on and off. It was so annoying. And we never turn our TV on there, ever.
Right.
We never watch TV. Why would you? You're in New Orleans. But it was like so frustrating. And then all night we would hear like just nutty, like right behind our heads on the brick. We have old original brick.
Is
in
it
the
your
house.
neighbor fucking or spanking it like
No,
Smelly?
No, there's no Smelly that lives next door.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I casually brought this up to one of our neighbors, and they were like, "Oh yeah, everybody knows your place is the haunted place." And I was like, "Excuse me."
Oh my God.
What?
That's why you got such a deal on it.
she goes, yeah, right. She goes, yeah, I never said anything because I didn't know how you would feel about it. But then I started following you on Instagram and I realized you're probably cool with it. So yeah, it's very well known. But she did say that, and for anybody who has stayed there or wants to stay there, although we'd probably get more money for it. To be honest,
Was
in New
that
Orleans.
the sound of the husband plowing the wife in bed?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. That was the headboard.
Maybe.
Her head's going
Yes.
against the brick.
My God, you guys are so messed up. That is terrible. Okay, so Lamont, I know you don't believe. You're not a believer.
Right.
Not a believer. But if you could, I mean, you have said you think when you die, you're just a slab of meat. Is that
Yes.
correct?
However,
Well, that's what he is when he's alive.
exactly. However, let me tell you this. If there is something beyond, I will come back and haunt people.
I know you would.
Yes.
Of course.
What would you do? Would it be person specific? Like you would really find a way to mess with them?
Oh, absolutely,
on
I
a
would.
personal level?
Well, first off, I would move Smelly's Vaseline all over the place.
Oh God,
Just hide
Yeah.
it.
that's great.
That is great.
I think I'd move Tonelli's booze bottles all over.
Yeah.
That would
Right?
be tragic.
Lock up the liquor cabinet?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I was saying this the other day that I would definitely come back to visit. I feel like, okay, I'm going to go back for a second. So one of my best friends passed away in January of this year. You all knew her, Carol.
Yeah.
And I said,
The V.
The V. I said at her funeral, I said, if anyone is going to figure out how to make it back here, it'll be her.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because her and I were like, this was something that we bonded over. And there have been so many times in the last, 11 months or whatever it is that Jay and I have looked at each other and we've been like, oh shit, that was definitely Carol. Like just really obvious things happening in the house, really weird sort of coincidences that you can't explain. So I definitely think she is working her magic. And I mean, I know no one here is surprised. I'm definitely a believer.
Yeah.
What about you, Huey?
And it,
I was just thinking you and I last month at San Quentin.
Oh my God!
What happened at San
You
Quentin?
talk.
Oh my God.
shit.
That experience was pretty insane. We went to death row, or what do you call it? The
Death Row.
the inmates
That's
East Block.
East Block, I think is what it was called. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was five. Was it 5 stories?
5 stories.
Yeah.
So if you watch the Metallica video for Saint Anger, where they're performing on that bottom floor, that's where we would enter
Oh, I
for
got it.
do the whole tour of the place. But this was the place where all the death row inmates, like the worst of the worst, were all there.
Like all the famous ones that
Yes.
that were there. were all in there
Manson, Richard
Scott
Allen
Peterson.
Davis, Scott Peterson, Richard Ramirez.
I would
all stay
invite
there.
all of those to come and visit Huey.
too. All at one time. Can you imagine?
So yeah, so that was there's even one room we couldn't see it where the tour we were going through, but it was painted all black, had 666 devil stuff all over the place. Some crazy guy lived there. But
And what's creepy is it's empty right now. It's fully
yes, because part of Gavin Newsom's whole thing, they
Oh,
moved
that's right.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. It's
So
just vacant.
Yeah, so all the worst have been spread out to different places around California. So Scott Peterson thinks by Sacramento now.
Yeah, yeah.
But this place
Alameda.
is all Redwood City, right? Didn't he commit the crime there?
That's where he was tried.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
that fit this room, it's just if those walls could talk, you and I were walking, just felt so eerie. Just like the worst criminals all lived there.
Did you go in the prison shower?
We walked by
Yeah, we
it.
walked by it. Yeah, no, we walked by it. Yeah.
Because it's just an open
Any
room.
weird noises
There was-
coming out of
Yeah,
there?
no kidding, right?
No, but remember the
all over the
light.
walls.
The light was flickering.
It was. That was so creepy. It was just like zzz, zzz, zzz. It was, yeah. The energy. I believe big time in energy. So to further the point, if you don't believe in ghosts, like ooh, spooky, right? Do you believe in energy? Like as a rule of thumb.
I believe in big dick energy.
Of course you do.
BDE.
BDE.
Much like whenever we talk about any serious topic, I just ignore Lamont all the time.
Yes.
Well, we also remember we went to the first spot was the original like inmate or the prison cells for the first, like when San Quentin first started, like in 1800s.
I was going to say it was like 1856 or something.
I think
like
so.
that.
Yeah, or 1854.
It was.
But they fit like a couple hundred people in that one small area.
That's maybe like 800 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's pitch black.
There's
no
one
electricity.
window.
Can't
No-
see what's going on in there.
Oh, no electricity.
Oh, totally. It was
No
scary.
running water.
Correct.
No nothing. And you could see the
You can hear the
holes.
howls though at night.
They were ass to elbow.
You could see the holes in the wall where the like shackles
Really?
were.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Oh,
could-
that kind of hole.
oh, yeah.
Butts to nuts, Paul.
Butts
Butts
to
to nuts.
I don't know what the holes were used after they took the shackles out. That I don't know. But it was super eerie. I don't know, what are they going to do with the death row area once it's like refurbished? Are they going to tear it down or are they going to refurbish
They're gonna make
it?
condos out of it.
Yeah, right?
Tourist attraction,
I mean,
haunted death row.
I was
Yes.
going to say, I wish they would let us go in and film it. Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
You can have a bone party there.
There you go.
That would be epic. That would be epic. They'd take your phone. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have any technology
Really?
inside of San
Okay.
Quentin, which is very eerie in of itself. Like, you,
So you have to
submit your
smuggle it
phone.
in.
What if you wore like Google glasses or something?
Google Glass. Oh, that's a good question.
Right.
And you had to have them to see. That's it. Look at
Yeah.
you with the loopholes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Always looking.
There you go.
Anyway, so we couldn't film any of it. So, but we know how creepy it was. It was incredibly. You could hear a pin drop too. I think that's what added to the creepiness is that there was no sound.
Yeah.
Because no one's in there, and it's just like there's just a lot of residual energy.
And then you hear
I feel like at any time I go to any major city, you drive to certain parts of town, and you can feel the vibe is way off. Like you just feel like this is where the trafficking's happening.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yes. San Diego gives me that. Downtown
Really?
San Diego. Yes.
Huh.
Downtown San Diego.
What, the old gaslight district
yeah,
down there?
Yeah. I get like real heavy dark energy down there.
Wow.
Like, I don't know why. I don't have any stories that connects me to anything.
Smelly and I were just down there a couple months ago. We had a great time.
It's a great area.
Yeah.
I mean, I was Smelly and I just had dinner there in August when we were at boot camp.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area, but there's definitely a certain energy to that area. And years and years ago, like 20 years ago, I was down there with Gianna because Gianna's from there. And I was walking around, and this woman stops me out of nowhere. And she goes, I just have to tell you, I do past life readings, and I wanted to let you know.
Out of the blue?
Out
She
of the
said
blue.
that to you on the street?
It was wild. And she wasn't like a homeless person. She was
Yeah.
totally normal. She was a tourist with her husband. They were just hanging out there by that old ship there in the bay. And she just walks up to me out of nowhere, tells me that I was a witch in Salem.
That I believe.
I believe it.
My son was just there on the weekend.
In Salem?
Yes.
Really?
He sent me pictures.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You just went for the hell of it?
Yeah, because he's living in Boston, so he went to Salem for the weekend.
How was it? I need to talk to him because that's on my bucket list.
I don't know.
And he
Didn't
went
ask.
at spooky season.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so jealous right now. Yeah. So anyways, and this woman, I have to find the email because she emailed me the whole spiel. But the basics were I was a witch in Salem. I was able to escape, so I wasn't burned or anything like that. But
You were.
that I
You got
wasn't.
away.
I got away, is
Yeah.
what she said, according to this woman. So since then, I've always wanted a past life reading, but I haven't been able to find anybody that will do it. Not even in New Orleans.
So there is something to the why Shasta why.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Witchy woman.
I've always said Lisa was probably a past life in Salem. Oh yeah.
Does she know that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We talk about it.
I'm like,
She agrees.
Is that your big insult to her?
Yeah. Right.
are you saying that on a serious level because she's intuitive?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Too intuitive.
Too intuitive? Oh, yeah.
Way too much.
She knows too much. Yeah, Jay probably feels the same way.
There's a haunted hotel in Jamestown up in the Gold Country called the National Hotel if you ever want to check something out.
I've heard about
They're
it.
kind
but
of
I
like
haven't been
certified haunted or something like that.
there. Oh, okay.
Some gal by the name of Flo.
As in progressive?
I was going to say she's insurance.
You have to go there for a certain time of the month to book a room?
Flo,
or-
the friendly ghost. Now, we used to stay up there once a year just for like a weekend just to get out of town. And the manager was telling us one night we were eating dinner in the hotel restaurant because it's been operating since like 1855 or
Yeah.
something. Old Gold Town Hotel.
Is this in Jackson or Nevada?
Jamestown.
State? Oh, it's in Jamestown.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking it up right now.
the National
And how
Hotel.
do you know Flo visited you? Like they're like used tampons at the garbage can in
God,
the
you're
room?
such
I
a
think they just
weirdo.
have a bad maid.
There was just a moisture in the air.
Stop.
However, the manager was telling us about Flo. He just sat down at the table one night. We were eating dinner and we were just asking about it. He didn't sit down to tell us about Flo, but as our conversation continued, we got onto the subject. Lisa said something like, here, this place is haunted. He goes, oh, Flo, blah, blah, blah. While he's talking, not right away, but because he sat down for about a half hour or so, the lights would flicker every once in a while. Just kind of like, and then a couple of times they like dimmed all the way.
It
And
was
he goes,
just PG&E.
that's his Flo screwing with us.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
And I guess there are a couple of particular rooms that
Hold
Flo
on.
visits,
I just want to back up here.
but only once a month.
The guy
Stop it.
the guy sat down with you while you were having dinner for a half an hour.
No, see,
that is
no,
Lamont's
wait a minute.
worst. That is Lamont's
That's-
worst
Oh
nightmare.
No.
my God! I'm just
See,
like,
that's what
is this
Lisa-
a long freaking story,
So Lisa,
asshole?
Lisa
Get up!
thinks
I'm trying to have dinner.
Lisa thinks everybody's got a story.
Yes.
So she invited him to sit. He just didn't come over.
Oh,
He just
okay.
he was the manager, right? How's the meal, all that kind of
Right,
stuff. And he
yeah.
was just checking until my wife started talking, and then all of a sudden why don't you sit down? And Lisa's like, and let's talk about this. And
I would have just looked at her and go, "Are you fucking
that's what she
kidding
does.
me?"
She talks to everybody,
That is so
except
cute.
me. And
This is how she
She
gets
just
out
wants
of the
to talk to people other than you.
how she gets out of conversations with you on date night.
That's why they've been married so long.
yeah. And then she blinks her eyes while she's talking to them to give them coded messages. I'm in trouble.
Exactly. Help me.
Get me out of here.
Out of here, please. By the way, I just looked it up. It's closed now. I wonder if something.
Is it really?
Yeah. I
Flo
wonder if
burned
something-
it
It's
down.
never been closed.
Yeah. Wait, is this the place? Does that look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's closed apparently. I don't know
We
why.
had one
or
of those
when.
balcony rooms all the time.
Flo stole the money; they couldn't pay their rent.
Yeah.
Maybe something sinister happened. Ooh, I don't know. That's not good.
Might just be that there's nothing to do up there.
Except for talk to the manager during your dinner.
That also makes sense. That's very funny. That would bother me too, by the way. One quick thing I had a question for Smelly. Have you ever done the tunnels in Sacramento?
No.
I would love to do that. If I come up
The
there to do it, will you do
tunnels?
it with me?
Yeah, I've never even heard of the tunnels.
Oh my God! They're crazy. They were investigated by Ghost Adventures. All the ghost shows have been through there.
The tunnels.
What are they, like catacombs or something?
Yeah, it was
Like
like
sewers?
the original city underneath Sacramento.
There's an original city under Sacramento.
Yeah, underground. You can do an underground
because
tour.
I think it got flooded back in the 1800s or something.
I believe
like that.
so. Yeah,
Is it by Old Sac?
it's Old Sac waterfront. It's there on the waterfront. Yeah, and that's how I guess
Be
you can
careful
get
who
down
you're
into-
calling Old Sack.
But yeah, they do historic underground tunnels tours, and I've always wanted to do that there. I did it in Seattle, and it was incredible.
Yeah, Seattle's got an Atlanta's got an
I've
underground.
been to the
too.
underground
Oh,
in
really?
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It's a mall.
It's
it is a mall now. It is. That's true
Is it
story.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that really takes the whimsy out of it.
Oh, that's what made it enjoyable
of
to me.
course. Lamont.
Got the food court there.
Have you done the one in Seattle?
No,
Oh, it's
I've
super
heard about
cool.
it.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
It's very eerie, but it's got a lot of history. All right, well, you're down to do it with me, Smelly, if I come up there?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to do
I'm-
it.
I don't like
How
haunted.
much is it?
Stay on the riverboat.
No. It's a California, it's hosted by the California State Parks. But I'll send you an episode of Ghost Adventures when they did the tunnels, and it was super scary. Okay, last question. If we were able to go stay overnight, say at like Alcatraz or somewhere like that that's like notably haunted, like there's been a lot of footage and all that, would you do it?
Yeah.
You would?
Mhm.
You would?
If I was getting
Yeah.
paid, I would.
If you
Yeah.
were-
There you go.
If you were
Like, I'm
getting
not
paid,
doing it for free.
you're not okay. All right, you're not going to do it just for shits and giggles.
No,
Lamont?
you got to pay me.
Yeah, I'm with Smelly too. I'm not freaking going for free. Are you kidding me? I don't even listen. If it's a 3-star hotel, I don't like it. Never mind sit in a friggin' prison.
He doesn't want to even go to the hotel.
If the Four Seasons opens up a cell at Alcatraz, count me
There
in.
you
you
go.
are one bougie
With
bitch,
room
you know
service.
that?
Yeah.
He is so bougie. I love it. All right. Well, that's it. That's enough fun, spooky season fun for us. Have a wonderful Halloween, everybody. Truly be careful. And if you have any run-ins with any ghosts, let us know.
And remember, the first 3 letters in booze are BOO.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Look at you bringing it on home to now. All right, leave your comments down below. Connect with us, and we'll talk to you
So
soon.
stupid.
Happy Halloween. Boo.